الله أكبر الله أكبر.
بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله الرحمة المهداة والنعمة المزداه وله. أعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات الأعمال، من يهد الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. أما بعد, I asked Owais if you can read the poem. Yes. As we're thinking about this class, Owais made a poem regarding the issue of brotherhood and sisterhood. Not brotherhood, the political movement, sisterhood and brotherhood. Okay.
Bismillah. Some you choose and some you do not. Some relations should be keenly sought. Brotherhood, a bond like no other, fulfilling duties towards one another. In times of my most desperate need, he empties his wallet without heed, preferring to make me stay whole, the generosity of a selfless soul. Sacrificing time to come to my aid, unconditional love always displayed. Without even asking, he will be there, treating my family with the utmost care. He stays silent to cover my faults, not contributing to verbal assaults. No backbiting, gossip, or slander, demonstrating acts full of candor. Only saying what makes me smile, calling me names I will not revile, willing to provide me candid advice, like doing good and avoiding vice. When I err, he will quickly overlook, forgive me and let me off the hook, not holding any grudge in his heart or letting petty things tear us apart. In his prayers, he surely includes me, calling on Allah to raise my degree, loving for me the best of things, asking Allah to shower blessings. And to me he always remains sincere in life and death when I am not here, not turning his back on my family, demonstrating trust and true loyalty. And yet he expects me not to reciprocate, worried about discomfort it may create, not wanting to place on me any demand, fearing our bond will come to disband. Must find me a brother before it's too late, one that I can love solely for Allah's sake, and when these duties are fully paid, together we will rest under his shade.
MashaAllah, Jazakallah khair. Allah. That's beautiful. It's a good way to start this class so that you will remember those by carrying the summary with you, inshallah, in this poetry. Say Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah الرحمة المهداة والنعمة المزداه وعلى من والاه. وأعوذ بالله من شرور الأنفس ومن سيئات الأعمال، من يهدي الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. أما بعد. In this new chapters of Ihya Uloom, Imam al-Ghazali make us dive into human relationship and understanding the nature of the concept of being brothers and sisters, and what that entails, what that takes, so that we come to understand that the concept of relating to someone, connecting to someone, it is a concept that draw you near to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and connect you to God Almighty subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he created humanity as one family from the beginning. And therefore you can imagine he reduced all humanity as one household. Then that household become kin and relatives, and imagine that extended family, all of them living in 3 homes, the whole neighborhood in the world, from Adam alayhi salam and the children, grandchildren of Adam alayhi salam. And that is a relationship that Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks us to remember. And even when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the fight that took place between the children of Adam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala warned us from jealousy and envies of one another that may lead to dislike and hatred among ourselves. Jazakallah khair. And therefore, today we'll begin this كتاب الإلفة والأخوة والصحبة والمعاشرة مع أصناف الخلق. the chapter of Ilfa, the word Ilfa, from Alifa. And Alifa is meant to get to connect with someone, and you have love for them and get used to them. والأخوة brotherhood, الصحبة companionship, المعاشرة engaging with people, مع أصناف الخلق, with different type of people. What do you do in relationship? And you have to know that the whole religion, the whole Islam, the faith is about two relationships. No less, no more. But that relationship, they influence one another. The relationship between us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the relationship between us and ourselves, and between us and people. And everything we do in terms of our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala definitely will influence and impact the relationship of khalq Allah. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Rasulullah, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ, you have the best moral conduct and the best behavior. And sallallahu alayhi wa sallam demonstrated in his lifetime that in terms of relationship, he has the best way of reaching out, relating to people, establishing kinship, and that's what counts in religiosity. Or a person who claims that religious, need to ask them how's your relationship with others. And if that person would to demonstrate that the relationship with others is the relationship of kindness, of gentleness, of caring, that the person believes in God. It does connect to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let's go to the Imam al-Ghazali text. He says, Alhamdulillah alladhi ghamara صفوة عباده بلطائف التخصيص طوالا وامتنانا. All praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that they showered the servants or chosen servants with the lot of his bounties. وألف بين قلوبهم فأصبحوا بنعمته إخوانا. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring people heart together and make them brothers and sisters. ألف بين قلوبهم. And here, by the way, I tend not to, I said to myself, if I elaborate on everything he says, the class will finish without going that far. I will try to not to do that much. But there's a powerful statement here. It's taken from the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لو أنفقت ما في الأرض جميع ما ألفت بين قلوبهم. If you were to spend every money on earth to try to bring the hearts of people together, you will not be able to do so. ولكن الله ألف. But Allah brings the heart of people together. That's very powerful statement because it comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God Almighty. But it's true that relationship based on money will be weakened if the money is not there. Relationship based on power, it will diminish when the power is vanished. Only the relationship, the genuine relationship, loving for people for who they are, get to love them for who they are for the sake of God Almighty. That a remaining, sustainable, everlasting relationship. So he said, Allah allafa bayna al-qulub. There's one thing that a person have to have in order to have this ta'lif of the heart, bringing the heart together. Heart has to be clean, salim, clean from envies, from hatred, from jealousy, from racism, sexism, putting people down because of their gender, because of their race, because of their color, because of their money, because of where they come from, because of their, whatever it may be. If a person clean their heart, and the other person also have a clean heart, the heart is going to connect. Because there's a reflection, there's a magnetic force that bring the heart of people together when people genuinely love their fellow human being. And that's why the Quran considered the prophets are the brothers of their people. وإلى عاد أخوهم إيش؟ هود. قوم صالح, قوم ثمود. ثمود, Allah sent them Salih, Ad sent them Hud. And you have all the prophets, Allah called them أخوهم, their brother. Then you have to be genuine when you love people. You have to be really showing that you care about them because of who they are as human beings, not because of any materialistic gains, or not because of anything that is artificial, I call it. It's not real. It's not, a matter of principles in loving and caring about people. ونزغ الغل من صدورهم. الغل, غل in Arabic. What did he translate غل? This book been translated to English. Am I correct? This chapter.
He translated the introduction.
He didn't? Introduction is very important. Don't skip introduction in any book you read, in every chapter. ونزغ الغل ونزع الغل ونزعنا ما في صدورهم من غل. Allah said غل, it is the bad feeling you have for someone, a grudge you hold for so long. Allah removed that. But in order that to be removed, you have to do what? To connect with Allah Almighty. Because the vertical relationship take care of the horizontal relationship. If I see you and always think about what you have done wrong to me, without thinking about the forgiveness of God Almighty, without thinking of connecting with God Almighty, then I will have that remain in my heart for a long time. But what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَسَارِعُوا إِلَى مَغْفِرَةٍ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ وَجَنَّةٍ عَرْضُهَا كَعَرْضِ السَّمَاءِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَعِدَّةٍ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ فِي السَّرَّاءِ وَالضَّرَّاءِ وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ وَاللَّهُ يُحِبُّ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. He says, haste, run, compete for the forgiveness of His Lord. And for a paradise, the width of it bigger than heaven and earth. Be prepared, is made especially for righteous people. Those who spend in good time and difficult time. They don't say the money is not good. Still they share whatever they have. But Allah then said, يُنْفِقُونَ فِي السَّرَّاءِ وَالضَّرَّاءِ وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ. Most of relation goes bad because of anger, because of grudge, because of feeling that will never let go. قال وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ. People control their anger. وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ. They forgive people. وَاللَّهُ يُحِبُّ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. And Allah loves those who are closer to Him and those who let go. Because if a person is muhsin, that's a vertical relationship. He's so connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he sees a human being, he sees them from the eyes of that relationship. And therefore that's why Allah ended the verse by saying, وَاللَّهُ يُحِبُّ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. Allah loves those who are muhsineen, that they worship Allah as if they see Him. If they don't see Him, that He sees them. That's what ihsan is all about. Now, قال ونزع الغل من صدورهم وظلوا في الدنيا أصدقاء وأخدان. And they continue to be friends in this life. وفي الآخرة رفقاء وخلان. In life to come, they are friends. Yeah. الأخلاء بعضهم يومئذ عدو لبعض إلا المتقين. The friends become enemy of one another in Day of Judgment, except the righteous friends. Because you have somebody who claims that you're a friend, but grab you, have you to do the wrong things, to hurt other people, or to commit something is not acceptable. That's not a friend. The friend is the one who really care about your spiritual well-being, who care about your, moral conduct and advise you, remind us to do the right thing. But the friend that they drag us to the mud and have us to join them in wrong things, they're not real friends, they're enemy. In this regard, I mean, an enemy, I'm talking about the behavior as enemy. But even in Islam, a person who's your enemy can make them your friend. How? By loving them. Isn't the Quran says, وَلَا تَسْتَوِي الْحَسَنَةُ وَلَا السَّيِّئَةُ. The bad deeds and good deeds will never become equal. ادفع بالتي هي أحسن. Always do what is good. Even the person does something wrong to you, do something good. ادفع بالتي هي أحسن. فإذا الذي بينك وبينه عداوة. And the person that you might have enmity and animosity between you and them, كأنه ولي حميم, become your friend. ما يلقاها إلا الذين صبروا. But it requires patience. By the way, everything in human relationship, if you're not patient, you will lose it. You will lose it. He said, I lost it, huh? You will say, I lost it all the time. Because they lack patience. إلا الذين صبروا وما يلقاها إلا ذو حظ عظيم. Only the person who is a person of patience will be able to obtain that. والصلاة والسلام على المصطفى وعلى آله وأصحابه الذين اتبعوه واقتدوا به قولا وفعلا وعدلا وإحسانا. and all praise, peace and blessing upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the chosen one, and upon his family, upon his companion, those who followed him and made him the example and the model in everything that he has said, acted upon in the establishment of justice and kindness. أما بعد, he said, therefore, فإن التحاب في الله تعالى والأخوة في دينه من أفضل القربات. He said, very surely, loving one another in the sake of Allah and to be brothers and sisters in His way of Allah, one of the most beloved things to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ترونية أفضل القربات. وألطف ما يستفاد من الطاعات في مجال العادات. He said that the things that you can benefit most from it is to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your relationship and customs and habits. ولها شروط بها يلتحق المتصاحبون بالمتحابين في الله تعالى. He said there's some condition make you among those they become among the people who love each other for the sake of Allah. If those are friends, the friends follow those conditions, then they earn the title of those who love each other for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وفيها حقوق, there's rights. You have to بمراعاتها تصل الأخوة. If you follow the rights and fulfill the rights of one another, then you have good relationship. تصل الأخوة. عن شوائب القدرات ونزعات الشياطين. Every relationship has what? This relationship was no challenge? Huh? Always there's some challenges. But he said, if you follow my guidelines, this man, this chapter here is amazing chapter. All his writing is amazing. But this, because I was talking about business, some people are not business people, they thought it's too technical. This one here, every person walking this masjid will benefit from this. Because it's about human relationship. He said the relationship, that they are not always smooth. There are certain challenges in them. But if you follow the guidelines he said he was giving us, and the condition of this, fulfilling the condition of the relationship, then it will clean itself from those shawa'ib, those something that disturb the relationship, the noises that may come between you and the others. وَنَزَغَاتِ الشَّيَاطِينِ وإما ينزغنك من الشيطان ونصب فاستعذ بالله. Shaitan come and try to break relationship. And when if a person is alert, he will know the trick of shaitan. Sometimes, if you are married, think about this. Sometimes you have a fight or a dispute with your spouse, you know it's not worth it. Afterward, they say, why it went that far? How that happened? And even with you and your siblings, if you look into your past and see the big fight you had in your life, if you analyze them, you really you laugh at yourself. Am I correct? You say, what is this for? Why you have so much tension in our relationship? You laugh at yourself to say, really? Really? That what it was? I fought over this. I didn't speak with my brothers or my family or my kids or my parents or my relatives or my spouse for that many days. For that, you ask yourself how that happened. Nazghu shaitan. Shaitan making small things what? So big. So that is culture is saying habba gubba. From a seed, you become what? A mountain. You create. You just make this exaggerating the problem. فالقيام بحقوقها يتقرب إلى الله زلفى whoever established those rights of relationship would draw a person near to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وبالمحافظة عليها فبالقيام بحقوقها يتقرب إلى الله زلفى. By fulfilling the rights of those relationships, you draw yourself near God Almighty. والمحافظة عليها تنال الدرجات العلى. By maintaining good relationship, you will be elevated in high levels with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, therefore, this chapter has 3 sub-chapters. 3 things will be discussed. الباب الأول في فضيلة الإلفة والأخوة في الله تعالى وشروطها ودرجاتها وفوائدها. First thing we can discuss in the merits and the benefit in relationship, loving each other for the sake of Allah, brotherhood and ilfa by establishing kindness, gentleness, and what are the conditions and what are the levels and what the benefit you get from that. The second, في حقوق الصحبة وآدابها وحقيقتها ولوازمها. What are the rights of friendship and what the etiquettes and what the essence of it and what a person must have in mind as he or she claim that they're the friend of someone. And the third, في حق المسلم والرحم والجوار. The rights of a Muslim, kinship, neighborhood, and the what you own, وكيفية المعاشرة, and how you deal with the people that whom you establish a relationship with. And he goes in the first bab, الباب الأول.
الله أكبر الله أكبر